Now you will be drinking thinking that you are hydrating yourself with this soft drink. Instead, you are working counter to your body, and your body is pulling out these essential fluids that your body needs, that your baby's body needs, to keep you both hydrated and to remove the negative signs and symptoms that accompany dehydration. Hello, moms and dads and caregivers all over the world. Welcome back to Nurse Onyi Teaches. My name is Onyi, and today I will be talking about a topic that a lot of women have reached out to me about. Now, before I jump into today's video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you are made aware of every time that I upload a video, and then give me a like if you appreciate the content that I am putting out, okay? Today's video encompasses a question that many women have reached out to me about, like I previously said, and that question is, what can I eat during pregnancy? Now, it is very important for me to let you all know that because many women from around the world watch these videos, there is no way I can conclusively tell every woman across every region exactly what to eat. So what I intend to do here is to let you know what you should avoid while you are pregnant. And hopefully when you know what you shouldn't eat, then that kind of gives you a general idea of what is acceptable during your pregnancy. And I'm going to begin right now. So the first food that women should avoid while pregnant are raw eggs or undercooked eggs. Raw eggs and undercooked egg carry a high likelihood of causing salmonella in a pregnant woman. And salmonella is a very nasty bacteria that interacts in your gut and can lead to things like digestive troubles, which can cause a woman to become dehydrated if she's throwing up or having diarrhea, and that can disturb your nutritional balance. So make sure that those eggs are cooked through to where the egg white is nice and solid and the yolk is formed, and then it should be okay for you to eat it. The next thing that you should avoid is raw seafood, and that includes sushi too, for those who love sushi. Unfortunately, like eggs, sushi and raw seafood can also cause salmonella, and just as previously stated, it can throw off your digestive tract. So it's best for you to avoid these things. And know that pregnancy only lasts 9 months, so it's not like you're going to be denied it forever. Just do this to protect yourself and your unborn baby. And while I'm on the topic of raw seafood, I want to talk about certain types of fish that women should not eat while pregnant. Some fish are grown domestically or locally, and therefore the breeders can control the amount of mercury that are in this fish. But other fish are caught out in the wild, and because they kind of source out their own food and grow in an environment that is not readily controlled, they are much higher in mercury. The problem with mercury is that it can be very damaging to several organ systems in the body, from your digestive tract to your lungs to your kidneys. It can even mess with your nervous system. So it's best to avoid fish that contain mercury. Any food or fish that contain high mercury, make sure you stay away from it. And I'm sure you're asking, so what are the types of fish that I can stay away from? That's a great question. Some of these fish include king mackerel, shark. I didn't know people eat shark, but I guess you learn as you go. So yes, shark, do not eat shark. A type of tuna, which is usually used in sushi, is very high in mercury, which is also why women are told to avoid sushi while pregnant. So take care to avoid this specific type of tuna. And then swordfish can also contribute to high levels of mercury in a pregnant woman's body and should be avoided as well. Now, it's not just fish or eggs that you should avoid. You should also avoid raw or undercooked meats. A lot of people hear, oh, don't touch cat litter or cat poop or clean up behind a cat while you are pregnant because it can cause a disease known as toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis can be caused by a bacteria that occurs naturally in the soil. So as a cow or whatever animal that you eat, whether it's goat or pig, walks around in its natural habitat, it can also come in contact with this bacteria. And if you eat it where it's not properly cooked or when it's raw, you also increase the likelihood that you can suffer from toxoplasmosis. Is there treatment for it? Yes, but in this case, prevention is better than cure, and you don't want to expose your baby to anything that can be damaging to your child's health. Many women want to know, can I eat salads? Yes, salad is a wonderful thing to eat while you are pregnant. Just make sure that you are staying away from the prepackaged sort. A lot of grocery stores, a lot of marketplaces that make these foods and prepackage it for sale may not follow health standards readily. I'm not saying that they're not clean, but they may co-process a lot of these things together. The same chopping board used for meat or the same area used for cleaning meat may also be used to cut up watermelon or cut up a head of lettuce, tomatoes, onions, whatever they use to make these salads. It is better for a woman to go to a store and buy the condiments that she wants so that you can bring it home, wash it by yourself, and then prepare it for you to eat. It will also help you with meal prepping so that you get used to visualizing what is healthy and what you're putting in your body, as opposed to something that is prepared for you and you just pay for it and go sit down and eat. Now, this is one where a lot of women are not going to be happy with me, but I have to put it out there. Make sure that you avoid drinking too much caffeine. Caffeine can be in soft drinks. It can be in those energy drinks. It can be in chocolate. It can be in coffee. You want to limit the amount of caffeine that you take in. Why is this? Well, caffeine has a natural ability to raise your heart rate. And when your heart is racing, it's not pumping blood effectively, which means your baby is not getting blood as it should. On top of causing your heart rate to elevate, caffeine can also cause you to become dehydrated because it increases the likelihood that you will urinate. Now, you will be drinking thinking that you are hydrating yourself with this soft drink. Instead, you are working counter to your body, and your body is pulling out these essential fluids that your body needs, that your baby's body needs, to keep you both hydrated and to remove the negative signs and symptoms that accompany dehydration. So limit the amount of caffeine that you ingest in your diet. I love y'all. I wouldn't say it if I didn't. And last but not least, pregnancy is not a time for you to be trying new foods. A lot of women may travel while they are pregnant into regions that may be unfamiliar with them. Well, in these COVID times, I would think that people would be a lot more cautious than typical, but still, you want to be very careful to not be trying new things while you are pregnant. Why is this? What if something you put in your system results in an allergic response? If you are not in a place where your medical history is known, it may be difficult for these individuals to care for you effectively. Even if you are in the same local area where you typically are, an allergic response can affect you, affect your breathing, affect your circulation, affect all your airway issues, and then limit the amount of oxygen that you're taking in, which can also limit the amount of oxygen that your baby is dependent on you to supply. So make sure that you are not out here trying new foods. You can reserve that for after you have had the baby, and who knows, maybe you and the baby can try something new. That's another topic. Be careful what you feed your baby. The tips that I provide in these videos is to help you ensure that you have a safe, healthy, and happy pregnancy, which is what I wish on all moms across the world, no matter where you find yourself. If you have any concerns regarding your nutritional intake, please make sure you discuss it with your obstetrician or your midwife or whoever your healthcare provider is. And if it's something that you are curious about, they should guide you in the right direction. Make sure you come along with me as we build this community. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and then share this video with somebody you think will find value in it. And give me a thumbs up if you've learned something new. Until the next time, be blessed.